Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the Master of Hobbits, today joined by
Brits.
Venomyces, checking out two beers from a brewery that's quite new to me, from Nightmare Brewing. Nightmare Brewing is a metal-themed brewery that does beers about metal, horror, and human history, pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's like scary things. Yeah, like torture. They name their beers after many different things, but a lot of them are named after torture methods. And we're checking out two today, which are like Imperial sour, Kettle sours. And it is Blood Eagle and was Lingchi. So two torture methods, one from Scandinavia, one from China. The one from Scandinavia is from Viking history. It's the Blood Eagle. You might have heard of it if you know about Scandinavian history, but a live sacrifice often was what it was, where the person who would be sacrificed would have a cut at the top of his neck, and then you would make a cut through down by the spine, and then you would peel off skin and break the rib cage all the way down, break all the rib cages, leaving the some of the like the tissue intact with the skin, and then you'd spread out the skin with the rib cage, so it was like wings, and then you would take out the lungs from the exposed rib cage and pierce the lungs on the bones, and the person would just hang and die. And then because the person was still alive when this happened, the lungs would open and close, and that was why it was like called wings, because they was moving like wings. Or an eagle would like fly, and it looked like wings. So that was the torture method. This one is inspired by Lingchi is inspired by one that actually had, like, there's photographic evidence of this one. This is from ancient times, but this one last happened, at least as far as we know, in 1905. If you Google this torture method, you'll see pictures. It's not very nice, but it was Chinese, and the victim would be bound up by a pole and would get many superficial cuts. First, superficial cuts all over the body, taking off extremities such as your nose, tongue, ears, things like that. After that, you'd go deeper, cutting off pieces of muscle and skin, so like your chest and your calves and things like that. And then when the victim was like almost like on its last breath, it would be killed by either like a stab in the heart or something like that.
Or just also blood loss.
Oh, blood loss, of course. And then the just like with this, since it was a sacrifice, it would hang out. This would also hang out for people to see. So wow, that's fucked. But you know, like, a lot of like death metal is about these things, which is you know, the whole horror aspect of metal, which people think, oh, it's because they're crazy people. No, it's horror. A lot of this stuff, it's gruesome and crazy, but it's actually cathartic in some ways.
It's about real things.
Yeah. So we're going to start off with Blood Eagle because it's the lowest in ABV. So this is Scandinavian inspired. The other one is Asian inspired. I don't want to say Chinese because it could be anything really.
Yeah.
But this is made with lingonberries, sea buckthorn, or they say hawthorn berries. It's also called sea buckthorn. Cloudberries, strawberry, plums, pears, and tart cherries. All things that grow in various places in Scandinavia. 7.5%. Pours a lightly orange color.
Yeah, it looks like
you can see
apple juice.
Yeah, it actually does. I think you get that color probably from some of the berries they put in there. They like the lighter, darker orange.
Yeah.
Not much. Had it fizzed out like really quickly when we poured it out. You said these are surprisingly sour.
I've heard they are pretty sour. But again, we talked about it kind of makes sense with like the brutal theme if these beers are really intense. So
the head you can generate is like white.
Yeah.
So let's take out the aroma. Very like interesting cherry, lingonberry. It's like it's almost like it's fruit cocktail kind of thing. Yeah. Like but berries.
Yeah.
Like and also like sweet pear.
Like I get a lot of that sweet pear along with almost like a mandarin thing because of like
and
how you combine.
It's interesting they put in cloudberries.
Yeah.
Because the mandarin thing is probably the sea buckthorn, because sea buckthorn tastes like a bit like citrus fruit and passion fruit. But cloudberries are one of the most unique berries in the world and the most expensive because I think they cannot be farmed or something like that. It has to be wild.
Yeah.
It's something like that, and they're so expensive. They only grow in Sweden and northern parts of Sweden and Norway, like in mountainous areas.
Okay.
So it's like really crazy stuff, but it's quite common to use in like with game meats. Same with lingonberry as well, but
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a plethora of these kind of Scandinavian berries with an underlying apple pear thing. It smells quite nice.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Try it. Oh yeah. It's got the dryness of lingonberries.
But it's not as crazy sour as I feared.
No,
it's
I'm
actually
happy.
pretty well.
I'm glad it's not crazy sour. It's an interesting.
It's actually really drinkable.
Yeah, I think it leans towards the sea buckthorn lingonberry kind of combo most. Because there's so many different berries that it's like kind of like a mixed berry fruit compote or something.
Yeah. Yeah, or like the pumice, like it's like if you use like spent fruit or something, you know, like if all of the fruits were like spent.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because but it's because none of the fruits are like really like upfront and super juicy, and it's like
because there's so many different.
Yeah, exactly. And because there are so many fruits in it, they probably haven't used like a hell of a lot of all the
Yeah, it's probably a lot in total, but it's because there's so many different ones. I'm definitely getting like pear vibes. Maybe not apple, but pear. Stewed pear. And then, it's like leaning towards sea buckthorn in terms of that, like almost like passion fruit citrus mix. And then lingonberries. Lingonberries with that dry... Lingonberries are similar to cranberries. So like this kind of dry cranberry-esque thing. It's very nice, I think.
It's nowhere near as sour as
I'm very happy that
it's actually really good balance of like sweetness and tartness. I wouldn't even call that super sour.
No.
It's just
very pleasant to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is really nice.
Yeah.
Very Scandinavian? I don't know, kind of Scandinavian.
Yeah.
I mean, the sea buckthorn makes it, to me, it is what... And also lingonberry and well, a lot of like specifically lingonberry, sea buckthorn, and tallberries are very Scandinavian. I actually taste a little bit of strawberry too.
I was just about to say I get a bit of like a green strawberry along with the sea buckthorn. I think those are actually quite clear to pick out. But cherry is probably cherry.
Yeah, tart cherry.
That's probably the least upfront.
Let's try and move on to Lingchi. So this one is 8.1%, a little bit stronger, and it's an Asian-inspired kettle sour made with apricot peaches, rice sugar, and candied ginger.
Interesting.
So stone fruit and candied ginger. Color-wise, it's lighter as well. It's more golden yellow.
Yeah.
And also a little bit of a white head to it.
Like a yuzu, like a lot of the yuzu belliness look like this. Maybe even lighter, actually.
Yeah, it sort of reminds me of ginger beer too.
Yeah,
it's a similar color.
True.
But yeah, let's check out the aroma.
Yeah, definitely more like tart and like light.
I think this one was a bit more expressive on the aroma.
Yeah,
there's a little bit of a singy, gingery, citric thing to me.
This is lighter and more like citric and
I'm not smelling much of the stone fruit, to be honest.
Almost a bit floral.
I almost see like a ricey thing.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I see the rice.
Let's try it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, ginger.
Much more expressive.
On the flavor. It's like, it's also more sour, I feel like.
Yeah, it's a little more sour than
it's like generic stone fruit, but very nice stone fruit. Like, again, it's apricot and peaches, but generic stone fruit with like a snap of spicy ginger. And because it's candied, there's some sweetness, leftover sweetness in it as well. So it's like, it's sweet kind of candy.
Yeah. It's really weird for me that people have been talking about these being really sour.
It almost tastes like a ginger beer with citrus.
Yeah.
Or citrus and also stone fruit. There's also citric, like lemon notes.
Yeah.
It's almost like, you did a hard ginger beer mixed with a sour, because it's sour.
Yeah, I see that.
But I definitely prefer the Blood Eagle. I like the combination of the berries more than the ginger.
Yeah, I actually think the combination of all the berries in this one makes it really unique.
A bit more complex too.
Yeah, it's more complex and more unique. Yeah.
And it's not just because it's the Scandinavian torture method.
No. We want the one from Scandinavia.
Yeah, we have to like that one the most. I actually thought I would like this one a lot because of the ginger. I like the idea of ginger and sours, but it lacks a little bit of complexity, I think, compared to this one. But it also has like a little bit of a ricey thing going on.
I think that ricey. I taste the rice. It reminds me of when you've just like been finished boiling the rice, like the aroma of that somehow. Yeah.
I think they're quite nice. They're not like mind blowing, but they're very nice like drinking. Not maybe drink because they're sour.
High ABV, but
but they're very nice. They're quite refreshing. They're fun. They're definitely beers I'd say to share.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be really palate fatigued from.
No, I easily drink this one on my own. I'll probably also just a 2 with a liter of sour beer would be a bit much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go like 93, I think.
Yeah.
On the Blood Eagle, and then a 91 on the Lingchi.
Yeah. I'm thinking like straight 90, 91
like
on this one. Yeah, and 93 on this one. Like a 425 on Untapped, but this one is probably straight 4. So, yeah.
I agree. Yeah, jumping back to this one, it's definitely got more.
Yeah. I think this is actually a really, really good like Imperial Berliner.
Yeah, or Imperial Kettle Sour or whatever you want to call it, with some fun berry additions. So, cool beers from a metal dope ass brewery. Can you give us your best death metal growl?
No. Okay. No, I can't do that.
I can actually kind of do it, but I don't want to do it in camera. This is weird. But if you guys had a chance to try either of these two from Nightmare Brewing, either Lingchi or Blood Eagle, let us know what you thought of them. This is a promising brewery. I'm really looking forward to see them again in Denmark. Hopefully, this is the only stuff that came here now, or what?
Yeah. I tried the triple IPA Exposure, and I think that one was maybe a tad better than these two.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard, it's generally like really, really solid, high level stuff. So.
Yeah, I hope we'll see some stouts, because they also make stouts.
Yeah, and it will be interesting to see if he opens his own brewery. What comes out of that?
Because right now it's contract brewed at Dorchester Brewing in...
And probably also a few other places, but yeah.
Yeah, so... But if you guys had either of these, let us know what you thought of them. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And we're going to say cheers.
In Scandinavian sour.
Yes, and see you guys in another video.